Hey everybody, welcome to Real Brave Live. Number what?
54.
54!
Wow.
That's incredible.
Get a life.
Get a life! Today we're going to talk about the 10 greatest songs of all time to celebrate Make Music Day, which is June 21st. Go out there and make some music. Real Brave, we make music here every single day. You know why? Because we're a music studio. You know what we do in a music studio? We teach people how to play. This show is all about two musicians in a room with that guy over there. And we talk about music, what it means to us, best lists, all that stuff, but bringing kind of like the two musicians in a room feel on how and what we feel about music and these 10 best songs of all time by Rolling Stone. But we also have an online platform where you can get lessons, and it's in-person online. You can get live lessons with one of our instructors here. It's really fantastic and life-changing in so many ways. TikTok concert, right?
Oh yeah, that's live.
That's live right now. Go to TikTok. So that would be TikTok. Go look for Real Brave Inc. We do online performances. We do in-person performances. Actually, on this stage coming very soon, July 16th, 17th, and 18th. You can hear all about that. But today, we're going to talk about the 10 best songs of all time. I'm so excited, Kevin, here on
Real Brave Life.
Also, we're very sad because we're saying farewell, au revoir, to Maddie.
Oh.
Has helped us for the past a couple months. She's done a fantastic job. She's going off to college. Like, why would you do that?
I did.
Yeah.
Wasn't worth it.
Yeah. So maybe we'll hear from her in a little bit.
Right.
But first, let's. I know you're just waiting for this, right? You're waiting for this whole thing.
Yep.
Get ready.
This is an anti-Kevin episode. We're
Is
doing
it?
it just to
Yeah.
spite her.
What? Why?
This is the anti-Kevin. Kevin doesn't like these lists,
I have so
especially
much-
the 10 best songs of all time.
There's so many things stressing me out right now. Okay.
Why is it stressing you out?
No, it's not stressing me out, but there's a lot going on. And before we get to that top 10, in honor of Make Music Day, Real Brave will be making music tonight at the Oakland Carnival here in Oakland, New Jersey. Come check us out. We got a student band from 7 to 8 and then an instructor band from 8:30 to 10. We're going to be making lots of music.
Yeah.
Right between the Gravitron and the swings and the bumper cars.
It always makes me nervous when you go to a carnival and like they wheel.
You think something's going to fly out of
Yeah,
it.
they wheel those things in. It's
Yes.
not like set on the ground and like pile driven 6 miles into the earth so that you know you're not going anywhere.
Right.
There's just a brief moment in time where you think you're going to get flung into like the moon.
Just a brief moment, but I'll tell you a story. 10, 15 years ago when the carnival started in Oakland, there were like really janky rides, like
Yeah.
couple, like 24,000. Like the rides they're bringing in now with the amusement company we're working with, Blue Sky Amusements. Shout out.
Blue Sky Amusements.
$1 million rides.
Shoot you in the sky amusements.
Yes.
More like.
Yes.
So what is it?
They're $1 million rides. They're
$1 million rides.
extremely safe, and I saw them setting them up the past couple of days, and it's like there's a lot of care that goes into where they're placed and how they're placed. And
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Okay.
We were at Point Pleasant
Uh-huh.
a couple weeks ago,
Okay.
and on the boardwalk, and we were sitting on one of the the big like ride that goes like that and makes you like
the pirate ship.
whatever.
Yeah.
And they couldn't strap us in, so it was like the thing comes down.
Right.
The guy's like walking around, and then
Yeah.
it comes back up again. Does it like 10 times. By the 10th time, you're like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. So and then everybody's kind of like, people got off because
Yeah.
they're like, I'm not gonna die.
Yeah.
So Melissa is sitting next to me and she's like, I don't know about this.
Right. Yeah. There's always
Comes
that.
back down again, finally locks, and it's just like, and I had just said to my daughter Ava, wouldn't it be funny if we were like watching people and all of a sudden the whole thing just goes
Well,
and
see
flies away.
that has happened. That's like not an unheard of.
Final Destination's a movie.
Well, yeah, but like there's like videos online of that sort of thing
Yeah.
exactly happening. I think part of the fun of carnival rides is not knowing if you're going to live through it. It adds to the adrenaline. It adds to that sympathetic nervous system reflex.
Yeah.
Gets the blood pumping.
Yeah. You know where you're not gonna die?
Here.
Right here.
At Real Brave.
At Real Brave. No, definitely not. Yeah. So let's dive right into this.
Sure.
That's a good segue.
Yeah. It's one
Real Brave. You won't die here. Number 10 on the list of 10 best songs of all time,
Where did
according
it-
to somebody at Rolling Stone.
It's at Rolling Stone? Okay. Great. That's fine. It's fine. This is better than alternatives.
What about Business Insider? If they had
Like, I don't think they should have a say in it, honestly.
Business Insider, look, it's strictly numbers. This is fan feedback.
So 10 is Claire de Lune by Debussy.
No, 10 is Ray Charles. What did I say? It's got like that bluesy thing.
Something like that.
Something like that,
On
but
a
in a
Rhodes
lower
keyboard,
octave.
in a lower octave,
on a
yeah.
bass. Yeah, what can I say? Is it number 10 of the 10 best songs of all time? I like other Ray Charles songs better.
Yeah, I think Hit the Road, Jack, is probably further up the list than that.
Every time I leave the house, I actually say I'm going to hit the road, Jack. That's a true story.
I lip synced to that in the talent show when I was a kid.
There you go.
Maddie lip sang?
Sunked.
Lip sunked.
Synced.
She in synced to that song?
Yes.
I've Got a Woman is a great song by Ray Charles. Georgia on My Mind!
Georgia, yeah, what the heck?
Oh my god.
There are so many better Ray Charles songs, and I'm already very upset.
Real brave. We make Kevin very upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they say this is the 10th best song of all time. Number 11 was The Who, My Generation.
What is
Somebody's
the
just-
metric? What's the metric?
I think it's throw all the songs, put them on a list, rip up the list into little bitty pieces,
Yeah.
throw them up in the air,
And whichever ones.
and then whichever ones you put
catch.
into order are
Okay.
the ones that you know.
So that's less of like a top 10 list and more of like how you would pick names for Secret Santa.
Right.
Right. Okay.
And in this case, Santa is.
How many Christmas songs are on the list?
I hope none.
There's so many.
There might be at least one.
There's nothing about
Well, this
Well,
happens
somebody-
to be in the top 500 greatest songs of all time. Maybe there is a
like an All I Want for something.
John Lennon's "So This Is Christmas."
That's
The
a
War
good
Is
tune.
Over is a great Christmas song.
What's not a good tune?
What?
Paul McCartney's Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time.
Yeah.
He just wanted to let you know.
He just wanted
Bum,
to cash
bum,
in
bum, bum,
on the holidays.
Bum, bum,
It was
like all
just-
of us.
It was simple,
Bum,
you know?
bum,
It was simply
bum,
happening.
bum.
It was, yeah. Yeah. Well, there are, again, worse Christmas songs. You know who you are.
You being the huge Mariah Carey fan that you are.
So you might even just get flagged by.
Oh, I just said Mariah Carey.
Oh,
Are we gonna do the Mariah Carey episode?
where we just repeat Mariah Carey and show a picture of her and just repeat saying Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for that. It sounds like a low effort yield.
Ooh, before we move on, I have news.
Oh. You got Mariah Carey
You're
tickets?
gonna love- You're gonna love this. It has nothing to do with Mariah Carey.
Okay.
Remember when I told you I got flagged?
Yes.
I have a blog, danielpowersjr.com. Go. I'm a writer. And I got flagged for the Scott Stapp thing.
For who?
You don't remember? I told you it. So I had written a blog post about something, and I mentioned Scott Stapp. I think it was talking about conspiracy theories. And then I just don't like Creed. I don't like the band Creed. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you drew a picture or something like that?
So no, I actually took a picture, which apparently sometimes maybe sort of I didn't do. I probably didn't do it. Anyways, I put it, and then I drew a picture of him up on there.
Okay.
So some schmuck
Oh.
sent me a letter
Uh-huh.
trying to get money out of me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not happening. There's no picture up there.
Just the picture that you drew or the picture that you posted?
I don't know.
Oh.
But
That picture, is that anywhere online?
I don't know. I don't remember. I mean, it's like
So-
there's a trillion people out there.
By schmuck, did you mean struggling artist who's trying to make ends meet with his work?
Struggling with like aluminum foil hats on his head. And,
Oh, okay.
Singing like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. But I thought you'd appreciate that. I didn't do it, so you can. So.
Real brave. You can. Coming up with a lot of good taglines today.
Yeah. Ray Charles is one of the greatest, and is this one of his greatest? That remains to be seen. June 1959 from Atlantic Records, 15 weeks at number 6. Ray Charles, what did I say? Number 10, best song of all time according to these guys.
It wasn't
Rolling
even a
Stone.
number one? and it's on the top 10 of all time, but it wasn't even in the top 1 of its time, of its own time. It was in the top 10 of its time for 16 weeks. That's not a very long time, Rolling Stone.
I see the steam.
I'm not mad. I'm just confused. I'm just looking for clarity.
Should get angry socks. Do you have angry socks?
I don't. I have chili pepper socks, which, you could say the heat.
Okay. Number 9 is Nirvana. Smells Like Teen Spirit.
All right.
Spent 20 weeks at number 6. It was released September 1991.
Okay. Hey, we're playing that tonight at the Oakland Carnival at 7 o'clock with the Real Brave Ambassador Band, Oakland Carnival at the Oakland Rec Field in Oakland, New Jersey.
Someone in Oakland, California is very confused right now. They're going to be like, where's everyone?
Jersey. East Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is, I guess it belongs on the... So what we're finding out is that these are not the top 10 songs of all time. It's of, so far, the last 50 years. And so far, top 10, like, pop or rock songs. Or just popular, we'll just call it pop, because it's not like classical, it's not jazz. We'll call it pop.
Yeah, you can call it whatever you want.
Even though Kurt Cobain
these guys think it's the 10 best songs of all time.
Kurt Cobain
and gals.
He was adamantly against pop, but his music became popular and probably had a lot to do with the way things went for him. But yeah, it's a top 10 pop song since 1950 so far is what this list is. And cool. I wish they would just be more forthcoming with their titles.
Well, Kevin has an anger attack. Butch Vig of the band Garbage produced this album. It's a great drummer, probably solely responsible for the sound that Dave Grohl had on that record. He heard a boombox cassette recorded by bassist Chris Novoselic and drummer Dave Grohl and singer, little-known Kurt Cobain. Mm-hmm. In a barn in Tacoma, Washington, and it was like really bad sounding, and it was a song they wanted to put on their Nevermind record, and he recognized it as one of the songs that he really. He said it was undecipherable, but all he heard was the hello parts and the chords, and he just knew that was a really cool thing.
Cool.
First time I heard it, I said this before. I couldn't believe it. It was incredible. It's put, I don't know, a mark on music for years and years and years to come, and probably years and years after this.
It changed the course of rock and roll.
Yeah, I was telling my son about Nirvana and I was like, you should listen to this a little bit more. Just not like the...
My parents tried to dissuade me from Nirvana. They were like, no, listen to some of the classics. Listen to the classic rocks.
Right, listen to the classic rocks.
You don't need to tear your jeans, Kevin. Which I did.
Yeah.
Totally did.
And I've, of course, talked about my friend being on the Smells Like Teen Spirit deodorant commercial. But yeah, this is number 9 on the list of 10 best songs of all time. Of course, Mr. Cobain took his life, unfortunately. A little, yeah. All right, number 8, the Beatles, Hey Jude.
I called this one. This was one of the ones I called. Yeah, it's a closer, all right.
It's a closer. 19 weeks at number 1.
Yeah, this makes sense. This was this was on their was this on what album was this on?
It's on 1.
No,
One's is the greatest.
That's the number 1 hit
Let It Be?
compilation. Is it on Let It Be? Is that another
or
piano
is it,
ballad
Abbey
on
Road?
Let It
It's
Be?
one or the other.
Or what?
Abbey Road.
Okay. It's one of those. It's late, but this was like peak Beatles fame, and it's got a sing-along chorus at the end. That's why it's such great fodder for live.
It's a single, but it was on an album.
Non-album single. I believe it, I guess. I mean, at the time they were still releasing LPs.
It says it was recorded during the White Album sessions, but it's
White Album.
released as a single.
So like 60.
The worst Beatles fan ever. I also can't think when I'm sitting in this chair. Yeah, Let It Be was on Let It Be.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I was thinking there's another piano ballad on that one. No, but Hey Jude everybody knows Hey Jude, obviously. I remember it was either this one or Layla that was like controversial for being on the radio for how long it was. because typically radio songs at the time, 1967, were 68 were they were like 4 minutes, and I think Hey Jude clocks in at 7 because of the na na no it na 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 na
B flat.
F
Or D flat.
E flat,
E flat.
B flat. Na na na, hey Jude. If you go to the Oakland Carnival tonight at 8:30,
Is there going to be a closer?
you may hear this song.
Who's singing?
Mike DeProspo,
Really?
who's got a much better voice than myself.
Aw.
I might do backgrounds. I'll probably do backgrounds.
I think you're pretty good at backgrounds.
Thanks.
You
You know what happened one time?
What?
No, I'm not gonna bring it up on
Okay. The Beatles. What? Now you gotta tell me.
No, I'll tell you off air.
Okay.
I'll tell you. So a couple years ago,
But that went quick. That changed your.
because I think it'd be great for the podcast,
Well, then you should definitely.
and
say
I
it.
don't feel any sort of way about it. Like a couple years ago, Danny was how old? 8.
Yeah.
And it was like I started working here. I was doing house band stuff here, and he came up to me one day. He's like, "My mom says you're not a very good singer." I was like, "Your mom's right. She's very perceptive about music."
Melissa Powers. How
Busted.
dare you speak the truth?
Busted.
Busted.
Thank you, Danny. Shout out to Danny Powers for
Oh my
being
God, that's
so
hilarious.
transparent.
Well, listen. I mean, if there's anything that you do well, it's
Not
it's not singing.
Yeah.
When you refrain from singing,
When I hold back,
Yeah.
it's the notes that you don't sing.
it's the people that
Miles
really
Davis.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Speaking of people, Elaine Howe says hello from Florida.
Hey, Elaine, how are
Hi,
you?
Elaine.
Thanks for joining us all the way from the bottom coast.
The place where COVID isn't. That's
that
what
right?
they say.
Is that right?
It's a totally different world down there.
My sister lives in Cape Coral, and yeah, they kind of just went on as if there's none.
Yeah, it's been like that forever. And
Who's the guy? Santos down there? Santorum?
DeSantis,
DeSantis.
Trump Jr.
That's right.
Sure. So this is a little tidbit. During the recording sessions, producer George Martin objected to the length, because it's a very long song, claiming DJs would not play the song.
Yeah.
But John Lennon shot back, "They will if it's us."
Yeah. And he was right.
And he was very right. Hey Jude in 1968, singing to himself on his way to visit Lennon's soon-to-be ex-wife Cynthia and their son Julian. The opening lines were, McCartney said, "A hopeful message for Julian. Come on, man, your parents just got divorced. I know you're not happy, but you'll be okay." McCartney changed Jules to Jude, name inspired by Judd from the musical Oklahoma. Okay. And presented a demo tape to Lennon, who loved the song. So all you people that think that they hated each other. So, but he also thought that McCartney was singing to him about his relationship with Yoko Ono and the Strains. I don't know about that. No, I don't know about that. About the Strains and the Lennon-McCartney partnership. Lennon had always said, like, they never really had, they were like brothers. They disagreed.
Yeah.
But he never, I know that Paul said that he knew that he was in love with Yoko. Did you see from Above Us Only Sky, which Yoko Ono did? It's such a Yoko Ono inspired.
I saw that. It's a documentary, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but you could tell like it was her version of the events.
Right.
You know?
Right,
like,
right.
It's kind of like, but she was a huge part of the Beatles for and his life. It like completely changed him and had a huge impact on Lennon's life. So.
Right. Did you ever see Bill Burr's interpretation of Yoko Ono and John Lennon performing with Chuck Berry?
Oh no!
Oh my God!
Yoko Ono's
hilarious.
If you've seen, you have to really like go back in time and listen to Yoko Ono singing with John Lennon. It's really it's something else.
Yeah.
There are moments where like you just don't know what's happening.
Right. Yeah. And
It's avant-garde.
She was an avant-garde artist.
She's just noises and screaming and It's very interesting. I mean, as a musician, I think it's cool, and I know Howard Stern. Do you ever listen to Howard Stern? And he like goes off on. He's always gone off on how she sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Number 7, Chuck Berry's Johnny B. Good.
I called that one too. What?
It sounds really funny on a ukulele.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure it out. What? It's in a different key though. Like down Louisiana, down to New Orleans, let the country born down the Evergreens.
So how about this?
Happening in our comments right now.
There's a what?
There's a conversation happening. Elaine said she's in Florida, and then Kevin House said, "Wait, where is she in Florida?" And then Elaine said,
Are they related?
Yes, they are married.
Yeah, and then Elaine said she's in Naples.
Okay.
That's funny.
So,
Are they're
congrats,
not
Elaine.
together?
I guess he didn't go with her.
This is interesting. So the Voyager, we've talked about this before. Voyager is a spaceship of sorts. It's
Right.
a satellite. It's out in the Netherlands of space.
It actually just, I think, passed the outer limits of the solar system.
It did. It's
Yeah.
out of the solar system. How would you like to have one of your songs on that
Is Johnny B. Good on there?
golden record? And it is.
Wow.
Yeah, it's along with a bunch.
Not Claire de Lune by Debussy or any Chopin
No, there's
nocturnes.
Bach in there,
Oh, there's some Bach.
there's-
Okay.
Yeah, there's mostly classical music. and,
Mostly
like,
classical
one
music.
Chuck Berry song.
Mozart. Yeah, it's a bunch of stuff on there. But Chuck Berry is on there. And it's one of his, I guess, crowning achievements. I'm sure he's, of course, not with us anymore, but was recognized, or had recognized that that's a huge thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool and all, but about the Voyager spacecraft, it wasn't until Stephen Hawking came along, in hindsight, did we realize what a bad idea that was. Because if there was any civilization advanced enough to be reached by us, they would almost certainly, using the map that we put on
There's a map on it.
There
No,
is a
they're going to be
map,
like,
yeah.
what is this?
It's like,
we
this
can
is the
eat
center of the
them?
galaxy, and they're here, and look, they gave us what they look like, so
Yeah, that looks delectable.
they look delicious. So we stopped sending signals out into space.
Yeah. It was good intentions,
Yeah.
but I'm going to be very happy when they arrive, and I'm not going to be here anymore.
Right.
Because it's going to happen. It has to happen.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother show.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, Johnny B. Good, one of the greatest rock and roll songs to ever happen. We're still like in the 20th century.
Yeah, this is all past 50 years.
Yeah, this is
Past, 70 years now.
number 6 is the Beach Boys' "Good Vibrations."
All right.
Not my favorite. I like "Wouldn't It Be Nice." It's my favorite.
I like Kokomo.
Yeah, Kokomo reminds me of tuna fish sandwiches.
Why?
I don't know. Whenever I hear Kokomo, I think of tuna fish sandwiches and John Stamos. Probably because I used to come home, make myself a tuna fish sandwich, and watch Full House. By the way, Subway, if you didn't know this, with
Oh,
their
yeah.
tuna fish sandwich is just analyzed by a country,
Yep.
and they don't know.
They analyzed 60 inches of tuna sub, and they could not pinpoint the species.
No, they could not. They can't pinpoint the species of the tuna fish sandwich. So if you're eating a tuna fish sandwich right now, drop it and go to the toilet.
Tuna fish reminds me of Jim Carrey in Ace Ventura. Bumblebee tuna. Bumblebee tuna?
Bumblebee tuna. Bumblebee tuna. Very good. Do you like tuna fish?
I used to not, but I actually do.
Did you ever eat the tuna fish sandwich at Subway?
No.
Are you going to eat a tuna fish sandwich at Subway?
It's not a tuna fish.
I guess
sandwich,
not.
So no, I won't.
Mystery fish.
It's
mystery
mystery fish.
Well, if they can't even figure out what the species is, then what exactly is it?
I like
I'm
tuna
not
sushi.
surprised, because do you remember when they started talking about how the Subway bread has like a similar makeup to yoga mats? Like a similar.
Yeah. No, that's right. A similar makeup to what you find in a yoga mat. I remember that. Also, the sugar content in Subway's bread, Real Brave, brought to you by Subway.
Eat fresh.
Eat flesh.
Oh. But not tuna flesh.
No, the sugar content in the bread actually disqualifies it from being bread because there's too much.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Very cool.
These are all factoids you didn't know.
I saw a video where the challenge was go to a Subway and ask them to toast the bread until they won't anymore. And so it was like black and smoking. And they're like, I think we're going to stop here.
Poor Subway. Anyway, I don't know how we get on that. Oh yeah, Kokomo.
Kevin and Elaine are just having their own thing in the right now.
Hey, that's fine.
That's fine. You can use it as your.
That's fine. It helps the algorithm.
In fact, going forward, if you would prefer instead of texting each other, just tag each other in the comment section.
That's a great idea. Yeah. You know what? We have a show, and you want to talk to each other. Just talk to each other in the comments.
Yeah.
Marital distress brought to you by Real Brave.
Yeah. We're really batting 1,000 today.
Yeah.
Cool. Good vibrations. Good vibrations.
Number 6, and sixth best song of all time. 14 weeks at number 1, 1966.
Okay, cool. I believe it.
My dad said that the Beach Boys was the worst concert he ever went to.
Wow. I could see that. I'd see them being more of a studio band.
Yeah, like they were out of tune.
They take a lot of production. Yeah. And to nail harmonies like that live, it's you got to have like really good sound team, and a lot of things in place for that to go smoothly. But I believe it. I believe that they're more of a studio band than a live band.
Definitely. Number 5, Aretha Franklin. I said that right.
Yes.
Respect.
I called that one too.
He called all these business.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Tell them you what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Yeah. I have a feeling that this song is probably in the top 50 gay anthems of all time, too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Being that it is Pride Month.
Also, civil rights.
Civil rights, sure. Number 5 song of all time by the Queen of Soul. Otis Redding wrote this song?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Did he release it too?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I know that he wrote it. Aretha Franklin.
She was a great songwriter too. She wasn't just a singer.
Right.
One of the bones I have to pick with a lot of the artists today. Laughing.
Kevin has said he saw the Beach Boys in 1988. John Stamos came up and played drums on a few songs. It was a great show. Garden State Arts Center, I miss my wife. And then Elaine told him to not forget to bring in the mails.
Okay.
Man. Please continue to have this conversation. It is helping the algorithm. Number 5, Respect by Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin. I'm going to get that name right.
Nailed it.
So yeah, Otis Redding wrote Respect and recorded it first for the Volt label in 1965, but she covered it, took possession of it with her definitive voice, basically. Made it at an Atlantic's New York studio on Valentine's Day, 1967. Look at that. We're still in the 20th century, folks. Melissa's asking me if we have health insurance.
Tell her I said, yes, you guys had health insurance.
Life is fun, guys.
It was just like, no, we had to skip out on the health insurance.
There's nothing
Well, everybody
going
in my
on.
family's gotten hurt. Samantha's broken her arm.
Oh yeah. How's she doing, by the way?
She's much better. She's on her way.
Great.
Melissa fell. She's hurt herself.
What?
Daniel he broke his tibia.
Oh my God.
Ava's got all sorts of ailments.
What's going on at the
And there's
Powers
me.
house?
I don't know. It must be all the tuna fish sandwiches they're eating from Subway.
Ugh.
Number 4, Marvin Gaye, What's Going On?
Okay. I'd have thought Let's Get It On by Marvin Gaye. But yeah, that's another one of his famous ones. What's going on?
You're mumbling that now. You're not even there. You're not with this.
Yeah, I've disassociated from this whole experience. No, What's Going On? It's a great song. It's a great song.
This was sucks.
It's a
It's a plea for peace on Earth.
It's yes.
It's
And
the struggle of the black man.
right.
What's
And
going
woman.
on is what I say when I look at this list. Like,
What's going on is what I say.
Right.
Very good.
Well, that's what I say when I get out of bed.
Yeah. That's what I say every time I look at our numbers at Real Brave for 2021.
Yeah.
Um,
And then you're like, oh yeah, COVID.
That's right. Total shutdown. Yeah, I mean, the tragedy behind Marvin Gaye, besides the fact that he was shot by his father, killed, was to be an icon at the forefront of everything that was going on back in the 60s. But he was tormented. He wanted peace on Earth. He wanted a relationship with his father too, and his friggin' guy killed him.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so terrible.
Yeah, it's sad.
Real Brave, bringing you down, one song at a time.
Top 10 songs with horrible backstories.
Yeah,
So, but still, again, this is every time we go through a new song, it's confirming that it's not top 10 songs of all time.
Well, this was 13 weeks at number 2.
This is like
February 1971.
top 10 pop songs of the last century.
Yeah, the last 50 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3, John Lennon, Imagine.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you pick that one?
I did not, but
I'm curious to hear what your number 1 song is.
Imagine if I didn't beat my wife.
I don't. I said the first thing I said was
Maddie said, imagine if he didn't beat his wife.
Yeah.
That's nice, Matt. If you watched the show from last week, you'd understand that.
right. Real Brave. There's a tagline there. I would guess the number 1 song. Let me guess when we get there. But Imagine is a great tune. It's got a lot of cultural relevance, especially post Vietnam War. I think it was written, or right around the height of it. Can't remember.
1971.
71. So in the height of it.
Yeah, it was. He had a bunch of these songs floating around in his head.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch the
Pleas
Yoko
for
Ono
Peace.
inspired
Yeah.
documentary, a lot of his songs, like the post Beatles stuff that went on the Imagine record,
Right.
that he held out actually,
Right.
and he was dying to record in his home back in England. This was one that was just kind of floating around his head. So, but yeah, like it was. There's some people that hate this song.
Because it's like,
Yeah, some people think it's like a terrible written song. Like I've seen it. It might just be like an online like Reddit thing.
well, I think it's because
I think it's Reddit,
it's
just in
more
general.
like
Quora. Quora is the worst.
Like more the content, like how he's saying like, imagine no belongings, imagine this, imagine that, but like.
Oh, yeah.
A multi-billionaire, one of the most successful people. You
There's
can't
that.
imagine
There's that. There is also, a big cultural divide in 1971 about the Vietnam War and communism being, like a root of it. And he's talking about no possessions and controlling the means of production and stuff like that. And it was a divisive idea. And no religion, like that was an idea that was like really angered a lot of people. And you could argue that like things like that precipitated a strong resurgence of conservative values in the Reagan years.
Yeah.
Where like
This is quite the intellectual conversation.
we spent like a decade and a half like civil rights, women's rights, hippies, peace, anti-war,
hairpiece.
and then conservative America came back in 1980 and they were like, nope, we'll take it from here. Thanks, guys. Go take a shower. And it's like, what? Like, we had made good progress, a lot of progressive steps, and then a lot of them were very quickly repealed. You can see it in data looking at like women in the workforce. Like how in the 70s it was going like this, and then the 80s came around and it was like, maybe not. It's really tragic. I mean, depending who you are and how you look at things. Things. Brought to you by Real Brave.
I think that's just like the kind of song
Very
that
good.
deserves to actually be on this list. One that has like a,
It was
something behind it. It's very.
very culturally relevant. Yeah.
John believed that we are all one country, one world, one people, and he wanted to get the idea out. The Yoko Ono special was saying that was his lyrics, her lyrics.
Okay.
In fact, a lot of his lyrics.
Yoko Ono was from Laos?
No, she was Japanese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she actually was a survivor post World War II.
World War II, yeah. She saw a lot of atrocities.
Yeah, she came from a very wealthy background, and then emigrated here as an artist. Was very wealthy. Yeah, so it's not very clear if it's his lyrics, because she's saying it's her lyrics.
But it's
inspired.
It still can be
It
like. It
comes from one of her books. Like some of the lyrics come from one of her books.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I believe that. It can still be interpreted kind of like, from somebody, not me, but like by somebody who's like has had no possessions, or is unhoused, or is is living the imagined lifestyle.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
call it like that,
like,
right?
I wish I was gone.
Yeah,
It's
I would
utopia.
love to have hair piece, bed piece.
You need people like
Reporters
that in
around.
the world, at least pointing. And that's any conservative talk show host will point to the hippies and
Yeah.
say, "You're an idealist, right?" But you need people like that in the world to be able to say, like, "Hold on a second.
Right.
Like, what are these ideals that we have as the human people, as humanity?" Now, it's not for me to say what's correct. All I'm saying is that this is a utopian worldview. Whether or not like you agree with no religion, or whether or not you can always look at this and say, imagine if we were just one people serving each other. I'm not talking about socialism.
That
Right,
sounds
don't get crazy.
a lot like socialism.
I'm not talking about socialism, but it's an ideal kind of lyric, and obviously celebrated, and it just brings people back to, I guess, the hopes and promise of a free, peaceful world.
Yeah.
That
Politics
we'll never
aside.
achieve.
Right.
Politics aside, and probably will never achieve, unless the aliens come to eat us. Thank you, NASA.
NASA.
Thank you, Subway.
Thank you, Subway.
Thank you, Subway.
And Chuck Berry, eat fresh.
Eat flesh. Number 2, the Rolling Stones. I can't get very little satisfaction.
Can't get very little. It's a double negative. So what they were actually saying is that
I can't get no satisfaction.
They received a lot of satisfaction, probably because they were living the life of musicians.
It's like I'm saying I can't not get satisfaction.
It's like saying Subway sandwiches are not made with not tuna.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
There is
Which is not true.
If you look at the first ingredients of the Subway sandwich and it doesn't say tuna,
Yeah. That's a big
the tuna sandwich and the first ingredient is like
that's a big deal.
something else.
Nitroglycerin.
Yeah, if it's like artificial flavors.
Yeah.
Red dye number 10.
Yeah.
Don't eat it. But of course, you're not going to see that. Would you ever go to like a fast food restaurant and like, this has nothing to do with Rolling Stones. I could care less
No,
about
they
number
don't
10.
have nutrition facts on the Big Mac if that's what you're gonna have.
No, but does it make, when you go to a fast food restaurant on Sundays,
Yes.
right? Kevin goes Sunday is cheat day.
It's cheat day.
Right, so you might go to a fast food restaurant.
I will almost certainly go to a fast food
Do
restaurant.
you look at the calorie content and say like, I'm not going to get that?
No, I don't look at the calorie content and say I'm not going to get that. I look at the calorie content as a challenge and as bragging rights to say I took in 2,400 calories for lunch today. What did you do with your day? Ha ha.
Yeah, it's not real meat.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it being real meat.
Well, Wendy's is a little bit more legit.
Yeah, you drive all the way down 208, that Wendy's over there?
No, not to the one in Midland Park, but I go to the one in I think it's Wanacue, by there's a bank there. It's a little bit off of 287.
Oh, is it delectable?
It's
Clean?
yeah. I mean, it's Wendy's. It's not.
Yeah. I don't like Wendy's fries. If I can have McDonald's fries and a Wendy's hamburger.
I've done that. I've done the.
Really?
I've done the pick and choose. Well, in Midland Park, there is Wendy's next to a Burger King, and sometimes I've gone to Burger King, but I don't like Burger King fries. I prefer Wendy's.
They really suck.
Yeah, they're
Those
really.
they changed them like 10 years ago, 20, 30 years ago, I think. And it's
They used to
still
be
terrible.
thinner and crispier,
Yeah,
and
it
they
used to be more
wanted
like
to stand out. And
Michelle Obama changed it.
Michelle Obama, thanks a lot, Obama.
Michelle Obama did not change the fries at Burger King.
Michelle Obama changed the fries, bro. She said,
Michelle-
no more salt, no more grease, we're getting healthy.
All she wanted people to do is to move around and eat better, have an apple.
Here's a fun fact: if you go to a fast food restaurant and you ask for fries but no salt, they're forced to make a fresh batch
Really?
because they have to salt. Standard practice is to salt them as they come out.
Huh.
But if you have a low sodium diet,
They have to make them for you.
yeah, they gotta make them fresh.
Very good.
Yeah.
As we are devolving the conversation, so is the comments because Kevin Howes is talking about eating dolphins. And I don't really know where that came from.
Yo,
Eating
I
dolphins.
eat the tuna that's not dolphin safe.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. He said, I tend to get tuna that's not dolphin safe. I personally think dolphins are delicious.
They are delicious. In fact, there's
Mahi-mahi.
there's a ratio of sentience to deliciousness. So
Aren't dolphins like a relative of humans?
Wait, what's dolphin safe tuna?
it's tuna where they
Don't catch dolphins.
don't catch and kill dolphins
Why
for
do
their
they
meat.
need to catch?
Well, then they
They
mush
get
them
caught
into the tuna.
into the net, and then they get put into the grinder.
Do you think all your tuna from the tuna can is all tuna? Tuna is very expensive.
Yeah.
Wait, what? They just put like a whole dolphin in there?
Oh.
I actually don't know. This is news to me. I'm really just making that up as we go.
There's no way.
We are talking about the Rolling Stones. I can't get no satisfaction though.
Yeah, you know.
I can't get this. I think Give Me Shelter's better.
There's like 6,000 Rolling Stone songs, and I guess I Can't Get No Satisfaction is one of the greatest songs that they've written. It spent 14 weeks at #1. Is it the greatest #2 that you can find? I don't know.
What about the devil one?
Yeah, all the songs.
Sympathy for the Devil, thank you. Or Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Jumping
or
Jack Flash.
Brown Sugar.
Brown Sugar. Brown Sugar's great. Anything from Goathead Soup is really great.
I'm the man from
I thought that was a
the
flare.
valley. What is that?
I don't know.
No.
It's the riff heard round the world, said Stevie Van Zandt, the guitarist for the E Street Band. And it's the earliest examples of Dylan influencing the Stones and the Beatles. Okay. The Reef came to Keith Richards in a dream one night in 1965. That happens to everybody in his motel room in Clearwater, Florida, on the Rolling Stones' third U.S. tour. He woke up, grabbed the guitar and a cassette machine,
I heard
which
that-
back in 1965 was the size of his room.
I heard that was originally a bass riff that they just made into the.
Well, according to the Rolling Stone, about the Rolling Stones.
Interesting that the Rolling Stone magazine puts the Rolling Stone song.
I don't
at
think that
number
there's
2.
any-
You're gonna love what's #1 then.
Aw, man.
Well, before we get to #1, we have to find out
Ad break?
what
Oh.
your #1 is.
Oh, my #1?
Yeah.
Top pop song of the past century?
Whatever. What's your #1 song of all time? if you
I'm
had to
on
pick
record for having said that my favorite song is a song called Horn by the band Fish.
one?
It is a beautiful piece of composition.
Okay.
I've done papers on it, written papers. It's just beautifully written. It's rock, but it's it's almost like it's like prog almost. It's just compositional. That's what I like about it, and it's smart in the way that it's written, and it sounds good.
Okay.
Close second would be maybe Naima by John Coltrane, or there's, probably Radiohead. Motion picture soundtrack is up there.
Ooh. Can you pick the best song of all time? 'Cause I think it's impossible. I don't think I can. I don't think I can.
Do you have a favorite song of all time?
What's your favorite song of all time?
I don't think I have a favorite song of all time. If I had to pick something, the only thing that's coming to my head is something by U2.
Pride.
I don't know why The Unforgettable Fire is coming to my head, but it is.
There it
Definitely
is.
One
That's
of my
it.
favorite songs.
Don't think, just react. Unforgettable Fire, on record by Daniel Powers.
Yeah.
Favorite song.
Or sort of Homecoming, maybe, actually. Which is on Unforgettable Fire. Sort of Homecoming is a great song.
I don't know
Definitely
either of those.
It's
I really like With Arms Wide Open by The Creed.
such a great song. Every time I hear it, I smash my face into the wall.
I like the Behind Blue Eyes cover by.
Limp Bizkit?
That was one of the worst ones we did, right?
Yeah.
So #1,
Let me guess. Is it Don't Stop Believing by Journey?
It's
It-
actually not.
it's not even close.
Oh, man.
It's spent 12 weeks at #2.
Sure.
By Bob Dylan, Like a Rolling Stone.
Okay, yeah, that's all right. Then that makes sense.
Like a Rolling Stone.
Yeah, that's SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob Dylan.
Like a Rolling Stone.
No?
Bob Dylan is like a Rolling Stone. That's Bob Dylan.
That's number low.
That sounds like Meatwad from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Like a Rolling Stone.
All right, so Bob Dylan, obviously, he's a great musician.
It's amazing.
He's a better writer of lyrics, I think, than a musician, but
He's a great songwriter.
he's a good, excellent songwriter.
Because they named the damn website after it. Let's be honest.
Yeah, well, I mean, that song,
Oh, look at that. So we got the Rolling Stones.
I don't
at
know what
number
came
2.
first, if it was Like a Rolling Stone or if Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Like a Rolling Stone. Papa Rolling Stone was not first.
Not first?
No.
Are you sure that's not in the American Songbook and going back to the 20s?
I don't know.
Papa was a
I don't know where the Rolling Stone came from.
That's,
Papa was a Rolling Stone.
yeah.
Maddie, you want to look it up as your
I don't
defining
understand.
moment here?
Rolling Stone is by the Temptations. No? What is it?
And
But he's
they've
saying
played
it's from the American Songbook. Like
It
it's
could be like a
taken-
standard from like blues, the blues standard.
The most stunning thing about Like a Rolling Stone is how unprecedented it was. The impressionist voltage of Dylan's language, the intensely personal accusation in his voice. How does it feel?
Once upon a
Apocalyptic
time.
charge of Cooper's garage gospel organ, Bloomfield's little sharp. I don't want to read that.
It's not my
I don't like
favorite
it.
Bob Dylan song. I
No,
like
no.
Subterranean, Homestick Blues, probably.
Yeah,
better.
right?
Yeah. Or Don't Think Twice, It's All Right. I love that song.
They're saying that it started a movement
Okay, yeah.
of
I
songs,
think it,
It's a coming of age.
confrontational songs,
It was a generation coming of age and realizing that the world is not as nice as their parents told them.
yeah. So it was 65. So it's they talk about this in that documentary that I sent you, the Laurel Canyon documentary about the music from the West Coast in the 60s and how the music from England in the 60s, the Byrds and all the Beatles,
Yeah.
were clashing with the West Coast in America, and they were all competing against each other.
Yeah.
What they were trying to do is take folk music and turn it into this new form of music. So they were taking old folk standards and then turning it into not doo-wop, not
Right.
any kind of R&B, but turning into this forward-moving.
rock.
What turned out to be quote unquote rock. So that was the main focus of the 60s, was to take folk music and bring it forward.
I think Hey Joe is not a Jimi Hendrix song. That's a song that he took in that regard. It was a folk tune that he took and he made it his own. All Along the Watchtower is...
That's Dylan.
That is a Dylan tune.
Story behind Jimi Hendrix, Hey Joe.
Lee Roberts was the original singer in.
Yeah, yeah.
The original version.
The song's Baby Please Don't Go to Town, written by Neil Horn. Hey Joe, a 1953 song with the same name, written by somebody. And the 20th century traditional ballad, Little Sadie, all made an impact on Jimmy, and subsequently helped him shape the soon-to-be Hendrix classic. It's a smorgasbord.
Yes. An amalgamation.
Well, that's kind of what I'm saying. Is this the number one song of all time? I don't know.
Not of all time, and not...
There's no classical music, there's no jazz, there's no
there's
metal, there's no Latin music, there's
nothing Eastern.
There's
This is all
Middle
from the
Eastern.
Western.
It's
this
all
is
just
Western
somebody
hemisphere.
sitting in Rolling Stone saying this is the best song of all time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You might as well just turn on the radio and just listed the first 10 songs you heard on Q1043
Might as well
or
just
something.
say Lady Gaga is the best song of all time.
Yeah, I mean, why isn't All I Want for Christmas on You is on this list? It should be. Obviously.
Bohemian Rhapsody wasn't.
Yeah, there's no Queen on this list.
come on.
There's
I
no a lot of the stuff. There's no Radiohead on this list, obviously. That makes
Obviously,
sense.
there's
no
no
Fish on this
Fish.
list.
There's no Fish in this list.
There's no fish in tuna.
There's no fish in tuna fish.
Tuna fish, Subway. It's
Well,
yeah.
every week we do this. We try to analyze nonsense from the internet and try to make Kevin really angry.
And every week we succeed.
Maddie has been with us for the past, was it 4 months? 5 months?
It's been long.
She's like, it's been way too long.
She said that with like some
It's been-
memories in her eyes, like, oh, so long.
She's not doing well, folks. But she's going away. We're sending her. She's going to jail.
Yeah.
She's going to student jail.
I'm gone.
Actually, she got out of student jail and she's going to college. We're very proud of her.
I'm going to student prison now, I would say.
I think it'd be nice. We'll invite her up on stage.
Yes.
I'll man the controls.
Okay.
And she can close out the show.
All right.
What do you think of that? So I'm gonna take the mic off and you're gonna come on up here.
On your desk.
On my desk. All right. Just don't say anything ridiculous.
This is a family show.
Don't say anything that's gonna get me in trouble.
Yeah. Anything worse than we've already said.
I can't promise that. Look, I'm Dan.
All right.
Real Brave is a music studio where you can take lessons.
Yes.
There it is.
And
You're the best Dan impression.
Oh.
There we go. So I'm on the mic. Go ahead.
Real Brave is a music studio where you can take lessons and learn. You can
Yes.
learn from this man right here.
Hi.
You can learn from some other dudes with a guitar. You can learn drums, flute if you want. You can sing, if you want to do that.
Nice.
The only thing we don't teach is how to make a sandwich. You can
Yeah.
go to Subway for that.
Right.
Don't get the tuna because it has lots of dolphin meat in
Bring
it.
your own bread as well.
Yeah. So if you like dolphin meat and you like music, go to practicepad.com. First lesson free? I don't know.
Yeah.
You want
Some.
to do a little interview and so we can.
Oh yes.
Lesson
So tell us how you got into the intern biz.
So I was in high school, just minding my own business.
Okay.
And for my senior year, I wanted to do something so
Yeah.
I could get out of school a little
Sure.
early.
All right.
And then,
Fair. Noble
yeah,
reason.
through some connections, I found out about this place, you know.
right.
I love music and I want to go into film
Yeah.
and production. So it just happened to be perfect.
So where are you going to school?
I'm going to UCF in Florida,
Great.
in Orlando.
Okay.
I hope I don't get cannibalized
Right.
or eaten by an alligator
Right.
or
Or
who
those
knows?
Florida men down there. Watch out for Florida man.
I think I'm right in between like being on a Florida Man article and being the Florida Man.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like it's gonna be Florida Woman.
Right. Sure.
Just get ready for
Right,
the
right,
article. But yeah,
Florida woman breaks through a Subway restaurant with
yeah.
a car.
Florida Woman attacks John Lennon's. I don't know, vendetta against John Lennon.
Yeah.
But I really like. I love doing the show. I love researching it. It's stuff I care about. Like
Yes,
stuff,
thank you for providing us with all the research that we never did.
Yeah, of course. I had fun doing it. I love learning about like niche music, little things like that. And
Niche music, so like top 10 stuff, like top 10 songs of all time.
yeah, top 10 guitars of all
Christmas
time.
songs. Yeah.
No, but this stuff like the most expensive instruments and stuff.
That was
Just like
fun.
random stuff like that. And when we were doing best concerts, like just reading about how Kanye and Jay-Z performed that song 11 times in a row
Yeah.
made me laugh.
Oh, yeah. Still wrapping my head around that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Thanks
Still
for
trying to
reminding me.
understand why. But it's been good. It's been fun. Everyone's phone is ringing.
Everyone's phone is blowing up because you're on the air here.
Yeah. They're like, "Who is this girl? We need her on our show."
Yeah. This is your defining moment. It doesn't get any better than this.
Yeah, this is the peak.
I remember we've done a couple episodes that were not good. Right? Didn't we do one that was like too sad?
I think that that's been the general theme of the.
But like every week we come on, we have it going like
Yes.
now.
Yes.
But at the beginning, I think there was like one that we did where we were like,
Really sad.
we were talking about all the dead
All the
musicians
dead
for some
musicians.
reason.
Oh, yeah.
27.
The
Club.
27
Oh, yeah, the
Club.
27
27
Club.
Club we never aired.
So we didn't air it.
We didn't air it. That's good. That's good. I'm glad because they all died tragically.
Yeah.
How what?
You wanted to do the 27 Club.
I thought it was fun because I forget why.
Listen.
Because it was our 27th episode, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Okay.
I think that might have been it.
That was an idea. I just said okay. I just say okay with what they say. I just do the research, I don't question it. I mean, last week Dan gave me a prompt and I just forgot about it. I just went to my own thing.
Right. That turned out great, I think.
I hope. I hope it was enjoyed.
We're celebrating the Beatles with
Celebrating Paul McCartney by talking about John Lennon.
talking
John
about
Lennon's
Paul.
spousal abuse.
John beat his wife. Great.
I just think it's funny that the song is "I'm Getting Better" and the lyrics are like "I beat my woman and abuse her." Yeah. I think there was another one that never aired or was taken down for something I did too.
Maybe.
But that was my bad.
There were some sound issues here and there.
Oh, the Chipmunk episode.
There was some content issues here and there, but we've all been there. We've all walked away having learned something from the experience, and
you have to make mistakes to know what works and what doesn't.
And to grow. That's what we're all about here at Real Brave.
Exactly. Practice makes perfect, and if I didn't come here and do this show every week, it's all about the consistency. Once a week we do it, learning. Once a week you should practice. Once a day you should practice your instrument. Twice a day, maybe.
That's
if you want to be as good as Kevin right there.
Yeah.
And if you want to be like the fish.
Right.
You need to
the
practice
fish
every day.
Right.
At practicepad.com.
Yes.
And Real Brave on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Blow it up. Smash the like button. Drill the like button with your power drill. That like button should be broken by the time you're done with it.
Yes.
I want to see the Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, let's see those cracked screens.
TikTok. Dude, add us on Snap. Add us on Reddit. Add us on Discord.
Yeah.
Twitch. Who even knows?
MySpace. High Five.
AOL.
WhatsApp.
MySpace, sure.
Yep.
WhatsApp, yeah, we're on everything. Just send.
Well, why don't you close it out, Maddie, with whatever.
Okay. So yeah, damn, this is actually my last episode. Thank you for watching. Elaine and Kevin, our only two fans. Thank you for watching.
A Real Brave Live.
Live.
Sick.
Are we good?